Hey everyone, Gil here at Camppatton Family Compound. Alright, I'm trying something that I've never tried before. I've heard people talk about it, and my wife has even mentioned it. But basically what happened was, several weeks ago I was transplanting, or taking the potted tomatoes out and putting them into the containers out there. And then in this fork, so I go up to get this little sucker thing growing up out of there. And I broke some of them off, and one of them was a decent size. And what I did here, let's see if I can bring this around to show you. All right, so I took several of the pieces that broke off and put them into water, and hopefully, they would root. And for the most part, right now, looking at these here, I see a possibility of a couple of them starting, but they're really not doing anything here. This one here, though, so if I can get up there where you can see the roots and everything on it, it's sending out a lot of roots. So what I'm going to do is, it's ready now. I'm going to go ahead and put it. Let me grab my piece here. Make sure this is a little bit big enough spot in it here for it. Set it down inside. Gently push the roots down so they're not hanging up. I'm going to push in the dirt and around it here. So I made a hole, I stuck it in there, and just going to move dirt in around it gently so as not to damage the roots. And then add a little bit of water on it there to get it to settle down and around it. And I'm just going to keep it in here, and hopefully for the next week or two it'll continue to try to grow, and we'll get what my wife was referring to as a clone. And I can't remember, I think this is off of the Sun Sugar Orange Cherry Tomato, but I'm not sure whether it was off of one of the beef steaks I was moving around out there and breaking some of those little suckers out. But put it back in here. All right, and there's something else I want to show you too that I did. Over here, grab this one here. This one here, what I did is I took one of the pots, filled up, but when I went to nip off this one here, took my little tool, made my little hole just straight down in, nipped it off the tomato plant immediately, stuck it in here, and then pushed some of the dirt up against it and put some water around on it to settle in around it. And for the last, I guess this has been about a week. Just about a week. This one's been doing just fine. Everything's still nice and green on it. No drying out. So doing it this way too, because the soil was already saturated with water before I made the hole to put it in. It's reacting just like it is for these down here that are in the water for starting roots. And I believe it's doing rooting just fine because everything's green on top. This is another way I'm trying to do another clone. That over there. So that's my experimenting into cloning, my mad scientist cloning of tomatoes. Hopefully it's not the killer tomato that attacked the world. All right. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe to the channel, please click the little red subscribe button down there, and then click the notification bell. That way you get notified whenever I post a new video. Also, if you could give me a thumbs up, helps me out with YouTube's analytics. And if you have any friends, families, or acquaintances that might enjoy this type of video, please go ahead and share it out on social media, or just up in the top, click on the URL, copy it, and email it to them. Alrighty? As always, everyone, stay happy, stay safe, stay prepared, plant a garden if you can, and enjoy life. Alright, bye.